Good morning class. Today we are going to talk about synthetic fibers and plastics, that is chapter 3. It is not very tough chapter, it is very quite easy. So take a look what we are going to learn. Introduction, synthetic fibers, synthetic fibers, types of synthetic fibers, then characteristics of synthetic fibers, plastics, application of plastics and their characteristics, and last one is plastics and environment. Now fibers. Types of fibers, that is man-made fiber and natural fibers. Man-made fiber, example nylon, polyester, polyethylene, polypropylene and rayon. Now natural fibers. There are two types of natural fibers, that is plant fiber and animal fiber. So what is natural fibers? Natural fibers, the fibers obtained from plants and animals made up of natural polymers called as cellulose. Example plants, that is cotton, flax, jute, and the fibers which obtained from animals like silk and wool. Now let's see what is synthetic fibers and their types. Now synthetic fibers, the fibers made by human beings in a laboratory by using chemicals, are called as synthetic fibers, or we can say artificial fibers. It is also known as man-made fibers. Means they are not naturally occurs, that we have to create them. Those are known as synthetic fibers. Now moving on, see on your screen. Here you can see the necklace. Now synthetic fiber is pretty much like this necklace. See what happens in a synthetic fiber. Carefully you can see this one unit of the necklace is known as monomer. See on your screen this one unit. One unit of this necklace is known as monomer. When this monomer is repeated to form again and again and again and form a long chain of monomers are called as polymers. Okay, and the process by which monomers combines end to end to form a polymer is called as polymerization. That process is known as polymerization. So basically all the synthetic fibers that you get are polymer. What are we doing here? We are repeating one unit, that is monomer. Is that clear? So here all the synthetic fibers that you see are polymers. Now let's moving on. Here on your screen you can see two words, that is poly, it means many, and mer means unit or part. It is a Greek word which came from Greek and its meaning is many and unit. So many monomers combines together to form a polymer. Okay, now next, types of synthetic fibers. There are four types of synthetic fibers, that is rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. Okay, now let's move on and understand type of synthetic fibers. What is rayon? It is known as artificial silk. Okay, it is known as artificial silk, or we can call as a artificial silk. Okay, but as we know, silk is very expensive and rayon is very cheap. Actually it is a substitute of silk. Rayon is quite cheap in fact. So rayon is, although it is a man-made, but it is obtained from natural source. It is prepared from wood pulp, and wood pulp is that means cellulose is a natural. Where it is used? So rayon is used in preparing carpets, clothes, bed sheets and bandages also. It is a cheap silk. It looks like a silk, but it is not a silk. Okay, is that clear? Now processing of rayon. So processing of rayon, a cellulose dissolved in a mixture of sodium hydroxide and carbon disulfide, a solvent a viscous liquid called as viscose is obtained. A viscous force through spinneret into a acid bath and fibers of viscous rayon are obtained. That means, see, you can see on your screen, that is processing of rayon, that is in detail. It is a man-made fiber obtained by chemical treatment of wood pulp. Wood pulp is dissolved in sodium hydroxide solution, form a viscous. Viscous means semi-liquid which cannot flow freely. Now viscous is forced to pass through tiny pores of metallic cylinder which have so many small tiny pores on it, and that viscous is forced into that solution and also into the solution of sulfuric acid, and then like silk like thread is formed. Now next type is nylon. It is first fully synthetic fiber developed in New York and London in the year 1931 from a chemical polyamides. Nylon 6 and nylon 6,6 are the most important fibers of this class. Okay, so mainly exactly what is the nylon? Nylon is also used for rock climbing. Okay, a nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. That means nylon is very strong fiber. It is more stronger than a steel wire. Nylon is also known as man-made fiber, that is synthetic fiber, but it is used without using any natural raw material. There is no any natural material that can be found it. Okay, then how it is prepared from? It is prepared from coal, water and air. Although I do understand that water, air and coal, all of them are natural sources, but it is not actual raw material as such. Okay, it's not like something that we have obtained from plants and animals, alright. So that nylon is said to be absolutely man-made fiber or artificial fiber. Now nylon fiber is strong, elastic and light. It is lustrous and easy to wash. Nylon is very easily washable. We use many things such as socks, ropes, tent, toothbrushes and car sheets and everything. Okay, now next, moving on, next one is polyester. It is a synthetic fiber which the polymer unit is linked by ester. It is thermoplastic polymer terylene. Okay, so you can see this picture of polyester. Okay, now see the main characteristics of polyester. Now, so polyester is another synthetic fiber. See what happens here. In case of polyester, it is not wrinkled easily. Okay, it is not wrinkled easily. So you can wear such clothes without ironing. It is its importance. Now see, what is the polyester? You can mix another type of things like something there is known as polycot. Means what is the polycot? Polyester, when combines with cotton or mixed with cotton, it forms polycot. And then when polyester combines with wool, it is called as polywool. So we can use easily. It's a nice thing to use, alright. So what happens with the polyester? It remains crisp and easy to wash again. Almost all the synthetic fibers is actually very easy to wash. Hence we have started to prefer synthetic fiber over the natural fibers nowadays. Okay, because it is made our life easier. Now it is suitable for making dress materials for any kind of things you want to make dresses. Why? Because as I told you, you can mix it up with cotton or you can mix it up with wool, and you have polycot and polywool. So it is very easy. And okay, alright. Then next one is terylene. Terylene is a popular polyester and it can be trimmed into fine fibers that can be woven like any yarn. Okay, so it can be used at lot of places. Now what I am going to talk, PET. Okay, PET is a very similar or familiar form of polyester. I am pretty sure you would have seen it on your plastic bottles. At the bottom of your bottles, it will written as a PET. Just take a look at it. So that some PET is used for making bottles, also utensils or wires, and also lots of other useful products. So that PET is a type of polyester which is used in lot of things. Okay, now next one is acrylic. Now what is acrylic? Acrylic is used in making sweaters and shawls. It looks like a wool, and again it is cheaper version of wool. See, you can see this picture, it looks like a wool. Okay, now but it is not wool, but it can be used as a wool, and it is cheap. Although it is not made from natural wool, now these are prepared from another type of synthetic fiber called acrylic. So what happens, acrylic? Wool materials are prepared from synthetic fiber, that is acrylic. Okay, the wool obtained, that means the wool that is obtained from natural source is quite expensive. Okay, here is acrylic and its importance. Now characteristics of synthetic fibers, that is, we can say it is the properties of synthetic fibers. First one is cheap, second is durable, easy to wash, available in variety in colors. Okay, let's understood the characteristics, that is properties of synthetic fibers. First of all, cheap. Silk is very expensive but rayon is cheap. Wool is very expensive but acrylic is cheap. You understand the durable. These ones can stay for a very long duration. They are easy to wash. They can be made in variety of colors. Whatever color you want, they can be made into that color. Okay, they dry easily. Now you all know that anything that is present on earth or anything that is there, nothing comes without disadvantages. Okay, so and what are disadvantages of synthetic fibers? They catch fire. Okay, when you start heating them, they starts to melt. So it is advisable that when you are cooking something in your kitchen, you should not be wear any sari or synthetic fiber. Okay, now next one is plastics. So plastic is a polymer like a synthetic fiber. Okay, here a flow chart is given on your screen, that is main characteristics of plastics. Plastic is also a polymer like a synthetic fiber when there is one monomer unit continuously being repeated, that is plastic. It also has polymers like synthetic fibers. Now there are some plastic articles that we use in our everyday lives because they are easily moldable. You can give them any shapes or size. Plastic can be recycled and reused, colored, melted, etc. It has lots of properties which has made it so easily available. So now plastic which can deform easily on heating and can be bent easily are known as thermoplastics. Okay, so see, now plastic which can deform easily on heating and can be bent easily are known as thermoplastics. It is a type of plastic is known as thermoplastic, which if you hit it, what happens? If you hit it, it gets deformed. Okay, it gets deformed and it can be difficult to, or it can be in different forms. It can be in different forms, and it is basically very flexible, so this type of plastics are known as thermoplastics. Okay, cool. You can understand that this. Now there are plastics which when molded ones cannot be softened by heating. These are called as thermosetting. See what I am asking you. Plastics which when molded ones cannot be softened by heating, this is called thermosetting plastics. So what is the major difference between the thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics? Okay. In case of thermoplastics, they can bend easily by in case of thermosetting plastics, once you have molded them, they cannot soften by any heating, and those are known as thermosetting plastics. Is that clear? Now let's moving on. Properties of plastics. Here positive aspects, that means positive points. What are the positive aspects of plastics? That is lightweight, then second is durable, goes on for a long time, lower price. Okay, then non-reactive, that means plastics does not reactive, and it is poor conductor of heat and electricity. So it can also, I must say that it is worse flowing charges or from heat. But negative aspects is that non-degradable, that means it is non-degradable, stays on the earth forever and ever and ever, does not degrade it. And second one is its prevention. Okay, for prevention just follow the 5R principles. Second cause is plastic pollution. It is a quite serious problem. So what can we do here? What are the causes? We can first, the main causes is burning of plastic. It takes several years to decompose, and we still haven't found the way what we have to do. We keep throwing plastics into the water bodies, and that's why it blocks the water bodies, called as water pollution. Now how do we can prevent it? We can prevent it by the following 5R principles. What is 5R principles? That is reduce, reuse, recycle, reject and repair. Okay. First of all, reduce. The uses of plastics, reuse, recycle and recover and refuse. They say no to plastics. These are the 5R you can follow. Make sure that plastic pollution doesn't happen. Okay, that's all about synthetic fibers and plastics. it is all. There are any doubt facing in this chapter, you can ask me. Okay, so have a good day. Bye bye.